Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, December 2nd, 2024. First vlog of the new month, last month of the year. Welcome to December, where each morning I come in, turn the lights and camera, and talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how those things are going, and my endeavors to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, it's been a little bit since we've spoken. We last talked on this vlog on Wednesday, which was the day before the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States. Plenty happened over the weekend, some good stuff to talk about, good stats. So let's rewind though and touch on the highlights going back to Wednesday. So after we spoke Wednesday, the goals that I had were to do a little prep for the coming week, of course, but also to knock out a long form video about another 3D printed object from my friend Paul, who sent to me a grip for the CX78. I got that video done, of course. Wasn't even a stretch. I think I got it done by 3:30 or 4, so it went pretty well. I got that video out, and it did. What did it do? I guess probably in the first, a great performer right out of the gate, and it calmed down after. But in the last, what has it been now? Wednesday. 4.5 days or whatever, about 3,800 views on that. And I know that it's generated a lot of interest in Paul's products and helped him out a lot. The great thing I love about doing those is no one else is covering them. Right? So it's a brand new product that only exists when my buddy Paul invents it. And he sends it to me, and so it's entirely mine until someone else decides to go do a video about it. But it's a great little symbiotic relationship. It helps out his sales, and it gives me, content that is unique. Later that evening, we recorded 1980s Now. Kat wasn't there. It was just myself and Will. I know that I told you last week we're going to do it on Tuesday, and we were when we spoke, but it got pushed back to Wednesday. So if you were there Tuesday, I'm sorry about that. It got pushed back to Wednesday. I think we're going to try to keep it always on Wednesday, no matter what, going forward. If somebody can't make it, they just can't make it. That'll be okay. We had shifted it because of the holidays, you might imagine. So let's see. Good stats I'll talk about in a second. I want to talk about George's latest bit-by-bit news roundup that he dropped on Sunday. This one's been performing very well. I think a couple good things he did is he focused in on how many news items he's doing. He made them a little bit quicker. He put more in there. He made the ads less obtrusive. All those things. A good growing series needs. You observe what people like, what they don't like. You take feedback and modify it. That's done just over not even 24 hours yet. That right, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 2,900 views on that little guy. Really good. It's right middle of the pack with regular videos, which is good for that. That's a little growing series, so happy about that. So those, though, neither of those are gangbusters. What's been contributing to the great stats I'm about to tell you about? It's that 7,800 review. That dropped on last Monday, so it's been out, like as of this moment, 27 days, I guess, right? Yeah, came out last Monday. This is Monday. And a huge performer. As of right now, I took a look at it, over 63,000 views on that Joker. So huge impact on the stats. Google's even popped up a little data button there to go, great stats over the last few days. One video is performing well. Click to see about it. And it's the 7,800 plus review. And I looked at, so not only is it doing well, I looked across the board. I don't like to compare my success to others, but when we have big tentpole things like this that are doing really well, I want to see what's going on across the board. And I looked at a lot of other creators in my space who did that exact same review in their own style and released it about the same time on Monday morning. That was when the embargo lift. And I'm ahead of larger creators on that. Not all. Some are doing better than me. They're much larger than me, as you'd expect them to. But I'm really surprised that my review is doing better than, half a dozen or so comparable other channels. I don't know why. I'm happy, not complaining, but it's pretty cool. Speaking of how that's impacted the stats, let's talk about the stats. I have my little chart here. I'd like to be ideally at or above the midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers average over the last 7 days. No problem today. 18.7 thousand views and 136 subscribers average over the last 7 days. Well, with good stats like that, you'd think something happened over the weekend, and it did. When we talked on Wednesday, we were at 68,384, almost 4. almost 4, but it's been 4.5 days since we've spoken. So in the interim, we crossed 68.4, 68.5, 68.6, 7, 8, and this morning, 69,375 to the next 100. Wow. We're less than 1,000 away from 70 grand. Will it happen by the end of the month? The end of the year? I don't know. Look, we're at 136 a day. It's a maybe. It's right around there, right? So by the time, first beginning of the year, we'll hit it a week or so in at least. Things could change. Things can go up or down, but pretty darn good. So, I did take a nice 4-day weekend. The holidays happened. The Thanksgiving happened, and people visited, which involves a lot of not work, but clean the house, do the dishes, put up the good china, all the good stuff that you do when you're do the holiday, which was great. Visit with my mom and my daughter, of course, came to see us. We had we call a stray, a friend of a friend would come who had nowhere to be for Thanksgiving. We brought them in, so we had an extra, which was always welcome at Thanksgiving. And then the weekend, I did like a Twitch live stream on Saturday, I think, just for a little while to play some Balatro. Nothing heavy lifting, but just like regular job, when you have a few days off, sometimes it's rough to get up and get back into the groove of things. And plus the cold weather is hitting here in Florida too, so it was a little rough to get up this morning. But back at it this morning, and I'll tell you about it in a second, but I have a short week again. Talk about it. Anyway, today, my goals, we'll cut, of course, the next episode of Celebrating Yesteryear for Retro Days. Do that first things first. Do a little pod preparation. We have podcast recording later this week. So, and the edit tomorrow, by the way. I got to get that together. I have to work on a sponsor spot. We have a sponsorship thing that we have to put together, a little 30, 45 second spot that will run in videos eventually. We're testing them out to see how we can work together. And also, I think I can manage a long form today. I picked up several items, plus I have a couple of ideas. I'm looking for one of those nice 5-hour videos that I can come back after lunch and shoot, stand up, edit. And there are a couple of them I can do. Like this, I picked up things at the thrift stores over the weekend. I could do something like that, some handheld plug and plays. Those are always fun to look at. So one of those I'm going to end up doing. Or maybe do parts of a couple. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. And so my short week this week is, you might remember about a little over a year ago, my daughter moved out, empty nester, moved down south. Well, Friday, she's moving again, and we're going to help her move. She's actually moving back in town, not back home, but she's moving back in this area to the places and the people and the friends and stuff that she knows well. She already has a job, and so anyway, it's caravan moving, boxes and stuff and shifting cars and all that stuff. All that's happening Friday. So I'll be able to stack, I'm sure, 3 videos. I have a Friday plays lined up, which I'll complete on Thursday, as we always do. I'll try to get a couple other videos out, long form out this week. Just another shortened week, but for good reason, and it compresses my schedule a little bit to get those things done. So yeah, that's more than enough to talk about, to catch up, I think. So I missed you over the holiday weekend. I really get in the habit of coming in, and I realized, man, it's been a while since I came in and did, talk to this camera, talk to you. So it's good to get back in the swing of things. That's what I'm going to go do right now. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. If you're one of those few that are here every day, I so value and love you. Thank you for being here. Have a great beginning to your week, a good Monday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.